Mbak Wita, tunggu sebentar ya. Nanti jam 10 videonya nyala. Nunggu yang di bawah.
Oke mas, 7 menit lagi berarti.
Iya, nunggu Pak Kuai join.
Nanti yang di live siapa aja?
Pak Kuai, Mbak Wita, saya.
Oh, cuma 3 aja ya?
Nah, tapi
Oke.
nanti saya atur, misalkan ada yang join, saya suruh masuk, suruh mereka juga.
Oke.
Yuk, kasih. Mbak, minta tolong join Mbak yang si, udah ya, Pak Kuai ya.
Okay.
Indonesia, an archipelago stretching across the vast ocean. Islands spread across the equator, with a climate suited to diverse flora to be made into commodities. Coconuts, which produce beneficial products ranging from flour to coconut oil and coconut water, with their natural health-giving properties. The Indonesian coconut industry full of potential. Indonesian coffee plantations spreading from Sumatra to Papua. Each region producing coffee with its own unique flavor and characteristics. As the biggest producer of coffee in the world, Indonesian coffee is produced with full dedication, resulting in a delicious product. Indonesian chocolate, picked fresh from the plantation, handled with precision, producing delicious chocolate. Indonesian chocolate sourced from across the archipelago, giving a variety of tastes to enchant the world. Indonesian forests, the lungs of the world, conserved with dignity as a source of life. Inspiring creativity that comes from the cultural pride of the nation, combined with innovative technology, producing timber products with a touch of art. Abundant Indonesian seafood, with its standard premium quality and all food safety requirements met in processing. Indonesian crab meat is becoming a commodity with high potential. Produced with expertise and high standards of quality, Indonesian crab meat is now penetrating the world market. Cultural heritage passed down through generations, giving artistic value to silver crafts. Creations made with ambition, precision, and full of love. The diversity and wealth of Indonesian commodities is making an important contribution to world trade. With the acceleration and growth of the Indonesian economy, Indonesia has the potential for bright opportunities, starting today for the future.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The Honorable Judge Affairs of the Republic of Indonesia to the Philippines, Bapak Widya Rahmanto, the Honorable Consul General of the Republic of Indonesia in Davao City, Bapak Diki Fabrian, Excellency Special Advisor to the Minister for Foreign Affairs in Economic Diplomacy, Ambassador Ina Hagniningtyas Krisnamurthi, Excellency President of the Philippine Chambers of Commerce and Industry, Ambassador Benedicto Yujuico, distinguished guests, exhibitors, visitors, ladies and gentlemen. Magandang umaga sa inyong lahat. Selamat pagi semuanya. Today we are going to hold the first ever virtual exhibition hosted by the Embassy of the Republic of Indonesia in Manila and the Consulate General of Indonesia in Davao City. If you have already been following our Facebook page for this thematic virtual exhibition, we are showcasing several exporters from Indonesia specialized in food, beverage, and lifestyle sector. This is a 3-day virtual exhibition with side activities such as business matching, investment forum, and economic creative forum. For our opening ceremonies today, the rundown of the program will start with the opening remarks by Mr. Widya Rahmanto, Judge d'Affaires of the Republic of Indonesia in Manila, followed by keynote speech by the Special Advisor to the Minister for Foreign Affairs on Economic Diplomacy, Ambassador Ina Hagniningtyas Krisnamurthi, and last but not least, keynote speech by the President of the Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Ambassador Benedicto Yujuico. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let us welcome Mr. Widya Rahmanto, Charge d'Affaires of the Republic of Indonesia in Manila, for his opening remarks. Bapak Widya, the screen is yours.
Thank you. Thank you, Ita. Ambassador Benedicto Yujuico, President of Philippines Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Ambassador Ina Hagniningtyas Krisnamurthi, Special Advisor to the Minister for Foreign Affairs on Economic Diplomacy, distinguished guests and ladies and gentlemen. Selamat pagi. Very good morning to all of you. Magandang umaga. On behalf of the Embassy of Republic of Indonesia in Manila and the Consulate General of the Republic of Indonesia in Davao City, welcome you all, and it is a great honor to be here with you. I would also like to take this opportunity to extend my appreciation to the President of Philippines Chamber of Commerce and Industry for his strong support and prompt support of this virtual exhibition. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, Indonesia attaches great significance to its partnership with the Philippines. This partnership has great potential considering its geographical proximity and archipelagic traits, which made both countries easier in understanding our potential and barriers. Yet, there is no denying that there is ample room to improve the economic relations of both countries. Recent economic interaction between Indonesia and the Philippines are remarkable and encouraging. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, with the unprecedented occurrence of the COVID-19 virus that damaged both people's welfare and economy, the Embassy and then the Consulate General of Indonesia in Philippines, full of its enthusiasm to encourage more partnership between Indonesia, especially between the business people of the two countries, by holding this thematic virtual exhibition, or TVE, titled Indonesia F&B and Lifestyle Exhibition, for 3 days from this day. Similar to physical exhibition, exhibitors from Indonesia will be able to showcase product at online booths, and visitors will also be able to enter each exhibitors booth. There is a total about 50 exhibitors from Indonesia showcasing various products and services from two main sectors. The sectors featured in this TVE are the food and beverage sectors, processed food, production, machinery, packaging, etc., and the creative industry, like fashion, handicraft, furniture, skincare, etc. We intentionally choose these two sectors based on our conviction that these products have strong potential market amidst the pandemic situation. In addition to the exhibition, there will also be side events such as virtual seminar and business matching that we will have in the next 2 days. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I genuinely believe that this virtual exhibition is very timely to boost our bilateral trade, especially during this pandemic. Most business of communities are suffering and deeply in need of finding new means and opportunity to survive, stay relevant, and thrive. Before I end my message, I would like to sincerely thanks to unwavering participation Ambassador Ina and Ambassador Ben. We from the Embassy and the Consulate General of Indonesia in Philippines are delighted to have you here joining us in the first ever virtual exhibition we hosted this year. I will also express my appreciation to all of the exhibitors and buyers joining us here today. I'm sure that all of you are eager to look for new partners, new business opportunities, and to broaden your business network. Thank you very much for your kind attention, and I look forward to fruitful partnership between all of these events participants. Selamat pagi. Thank you very much. Maraming selamat.
Thank you very much, Bapak Widya Rahmanto, for the encouraging thoughts. Distinguished guests and visitors, ladies and gentlemen, for the next speech, I would like to invite the Special Advisor to the Minister for Foreign Affairs on Economic Diplomacy, Ambassador Ina Hagniningtyas Krisnamurthi, for the keynote speech. Madam Ambassador, the screen is yours.
Silakan, Bu.
Ambassador Benedicto Yujuico, President of the Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Bapak Widya Rahmanto, Chargé d'Affaires of the Embassy of the Republic of Indonesia in Manila, Bapak Diki Fabrian, Consul General of the Republic of Indonesia in Davao City, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Magandang umaga sa inyong lahat. Selamat pagi. First and foremost, allow me to extend my sincere commendation and highest appreciation to the business communities of both countries here today for their continued support to each other, especially during this challenging time with the pandemic and its impact to our economies. As a fellow member of ASEAN family, Indonesia and the Philippines have strengthened the bilateral cooperation throughout the years amidst the global and regional challenges and dynamics. Both countries have shared common understanding that there is a need to improve and increase the partnership, knowing that we have many advantages and opportunities, especially in the economic sector. Noting that we share similarities in terms of commodities and products, I believe that the partnership between us still has many rooms to be wiggled and improved. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, COVID-19 presents many challenges for countries in their way of doing business in the effort to continue seeking and exploring opportunities for economic opportunities and collaboration. COVID-19 indeed presents a wake-up call for all of us to redefine and be more innovative and adaptive to overcome today's challenges, including in exploring business opportunities. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Indonesia is also committed to join hands with all stakeholders, in particular the business community, to do our utmost effort in accelerating economic recovery for the benefit of both countries and people. Speaking on redefining the effort in tackling the impact of COVID-19, the government of Indonesia has issued several policies, including simplifying export-import procedure and investment through the establishment of the Omnibus Law, assuring legal certainty both for Indonesian businesses and foreign business in Indonesia. Furthermore, today's event is one of the examples that we in Indonesia and the Philippines are embracing and even moving forwards in the digital transformation as part of the effort on being more innovative and adaptive. This virtual exhibition is a way to show how we shift our usual business to a platform that allows us to meet and benefit even during this pandemic. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, at last year's Trade Expo Indonesia, hosted by the Indonesian Trade Ministry, I noted that the total transaction value between Indonesian and Filipino businessmen amounted to 16 million US dollars, even though buyers could not directly see all the products showcased. This transaction reflects the continued high enthusiasm of Filipino entrepreneurs towards Indonesian products. On the theme of today's virtual exhibition, I would like to highlight that Indonesia's food and beverage markets have grown substantially over the years. Even during the COVID-19 pandemic in the first quarter of 2020, the Indonesia's F&B sector positively recorded year-on-year growth at 3.94%. Moreover, this sector is projected to grow up to 7% in 2021. In first quarter of 2020, the foreign investment value in the sector of F&B was recorded at $298 million. Revenue in this sector is also expected to grow by 13.8% annually, accumulating to a market volume of 5.95 trillion Indonesian rupiah, or equal $423 million in 2022. On another note, the creative economy sector contributed around 7% to Indonesia's gross domestic product, and this makes Indonesia rank third after the United States and South Korea. In addition, in 2019, the creative economy sector also absorbed around 17 million workers. This data shows that Indonesia has great potential in the business of creative economy. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, maintaining the strong momentum, our missions in the Philippines are hosting a virtual exhibition and other essential side events. Additionally, I would like to mention two virtual seminars hosted by our Consul General in Davao City. The first seminar, entitled Promoting Business Opportunities in Mindanao, will showcase investment opportunities in Mindanao for Indonesian investors. As for the second seminar, with the theme of introducing Indonesia and the Philippines heritage fashion to the world, we'll explore possible collaboration in one of the sector of the creative economy. I believe that the two seminars will give us a deeper understanding of the two countries' opportunities, and at the same time, I do hope that the result of this seminar would be followed up with concrete collaborations in the two sectors. In the same spirit, I'm convinced that the virtual exhibition will be beneficial and meaningful for both people and businesses of Indonesia and the Philippines. And to conclude, I wish you all the best to meet with new partners, sign good business deals, and strive the challenges posed by the pandemic. And I'm confident that after this exhibition, as well as seminars, there will be a series of follow-up events, hopefully not through virtual platforms anymore. Amen. Wishing you all with good health, hinahagat, kayong lahat na may mabuting kalusugan. I thank you. Maraming salamat.
Thank you very much, Ambassador Ina, for the enlightening speech, especially on the highlight on the economic development of both countries during the pandemic. Now, finally, we would like to welcome the President of the Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Ambassador Benedicto, to convey his keynote speech. The screen is yours, sirs.
Special Advisor to the Minister for Foreign Affairs and Economic Diplomacy of Indonesia, Ambassador Ina Hagniningtyas Krisnamurthi, Chargé d'Affaires of the Embassy of the Republic of Indonesia in Manila, Widya Rahmanto, Consul General of Indonesia in Davao City, Diki Fabrian, Mindanao Development Authority ASEC, Romeo Montenegro, Indonesian businessmen, PCCI Area Vice President, regional governors, members, business councils, and local chambers, friends, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is an honor and a privilege to be invited to today's virtual expo of Indonesia's food, beverage, and lifestyle sectors. The Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry is always supportive of activities that aim to increase bilateral trade investments and strengthen business relationships, particularly between the Philippines and our neighbors in ASEAN. We commend the Embassy of the Republic of Indonesia in the Philippines and the Consulate General of the Republic of Indonesia in Davao City for organizing this important event, as this will surely expand bilateral trade between the Philippines and Indonesia. Because of our geographical proximity, the Philippines and Indonesia have enjoyed a long and rich history of trade. We also share a common heritage, and in fact, it would be difficult to distinguish between a Filipino and an Indonesian. Our language has many words in common. For example, if I count 1 to 5 in Tagalog, isa, dalawa, tatlo, apat, lima, most Indonesians will understand. As early as 1960, there were a number of Philippine companies already doing business in Indonesia, particularly in the island of Kalimantan. Filipino technicians were also instrumental in helping to set up the finance and banking system in Indonesia in the 60s. We have always been trading partners with total bilateral trade amounting to $6.2 billion in 2020. I would like to note, however, that while there is a substantial $5.7 billion worth of goods we import from Indonesia, the Philippines needs to increase our exports to Indonesia, which stood at only $458.2 million last year. We are happy that both of our respective governments signed a memorandum of understanding on investment promotion and cooperation last August 25, 2020, in a virtual ceremony to help address the widening trade deficit between our two countries. During a bilateral meeting held April 2019, the Indonesian government agreed to ease restrictions on the Philippines' agricultural exports. This move shows the sincere intent of Indonesia to balance the trade between our two countries. As the largest business organization in the Philippines, our major objective is to encourage our small, medium, and large enterprises to engage counterparts to increase Philippine exports to Indonesia. We in PCCI welcome the entry of foreign products, but we need to make sure that the balance of trade is mutually beneficial. The PCCI supported the 2021 Philippine Economic Outlook Forum, which was organized by the Philippine Business Club of Indonesia last March 25, 2021. This virtual event helped promote the Philippines as an investment destination, and many trading areas of cooperation between the two countries were identified. The food and beverage industry is one of the top contributors to both our economies. Our F&B industry share of the country's GDP is approximately 23%. The industry comprises half of the Philippine manufacturing sector, enabling the Philippines to be known as one of Asia's largest producers of food. With the growing demand for food and beverage, lifestyle changes, and consumers who are ready to experience new food and flavors, the potential areas for stronger cooperation in this industry are very promising for both the Philippines and Indonesia. Filipinos have embraced many Indonesian brands, such as Kopiko, the iconic noodle brand, Indomie, Mi Goreng, Yujuico, Tolak Anbin, among others. Alfamart, your convenience store chain, has over 800 branches already in the Philippines. On the other hand, Philippines' very own Potato Corner, recognized for its flavored French fries, have more than 100 stores in Indonesia already. Universal Robina Corporation, or URC, which is one of the Philippines' biggest branded consumer food and beverage product companies, is widely known in Indonesia for its snack brands like Piatos, Cloud9, Cheese King, Jubery, among others. Moreover, San Miguel Corporation and Zesto Corporation have a strong presence in your country as well. On a personal note, I remember arranging a meeting between Dato Sri Tahir, Chairman and CEO of Mayapada Group, and Mr. Tony Tan Kat Kyong, Chairman, President of Jollibee Food Corporation, two top business leaders in the Philippines and Indonesia, for a possible joint collaboration between the two giants. Dato Tahir flew to Manila for this meeting, which was attended by Ambassador Dr. Sangyo, Hari Surjani, Indonesian Ambassador to the Philippines, Ambassador Lee Hong Wee, Philippine Ambassador to Indonesia, Jeremy Reyes, Philippine Commercial Attaché in Jakarta, and Mark Castro, Executive Director, Philippine Business Club of Indonesia, among others. There are bright possibilities in halal products, health food, packaged food, vegetables, fresh and processed fruits, and gourmet food, just to name a few. The halal industry has been identified by PCCI as a priority, and we are excited to support the Philippine government's efforts to pursue bilateral cooperation with Indonesia in this area, especially with your implementation of new halal regulations. PCCI has been at the forefront in growing this industry in our country, and we believe that the harmonization of standards and certification processes could increase the chances of Philippine halal products to access other important markets like Indonesia. We look forward to the finalization of the MOU between our two countries soon as possible and to commence a mutual recognition agreement, MRA, for halal certification and accreditation. Once again, on behalf of the officers and members of the Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry, we congratulate the Embassy of the Republic of Indonesia in Manila and the Consulate General of the Republic of Indonesia in Davao City for organizing this remarkable virtual expo. Rest assured of PCCI's support in developing more dynamic business relationships and friendships between our two countries. Thank you for the privilege of your time.
Thank you so much, Ambassador, for the wonderful keynote speech. Ladies and gentlemen, friends and visitors, we now declare the thematic virtual exhibition open. This will be 3 days and there are 55 booths you can visit and have a business talk with the exhibitors. Do not forget to join our side events by registering now. For those who will find difficulty of getting connected to the floor they wish to visit, we have our team around the venue to assist you. Please enjoy the show and experience the beauty of virtual interactions that we prepared for you. Before we end this ceremony, I would like to invite everyone to join the seminar hosted by the Consulate General of the Republic of Indonesia in Davao City, entitled Promoting Business and Investment Opportunities in Mindanao to Indonesia at 10:30, right after the ceremony. We would also like to invite everyone to follow our social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at KBRI_Indonesia for future activities on business and cultural collaborations. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Magandang umaga sa inyong lahat. Mabuhay!
A new dawn is on the horizon, planting the seeds for a better tomorrow. A remarkable nation that steadily moves up the value chain, developing and creating an environmentally sustainable future. we share, we connect through creativity and innovation. Providing high-quality products with value-added service tailored to the market. We welcome you to take part in Southeast Asia's progressive economy. Trade with remarkable Indonesia.
So it's already clicked.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat pagi, a very good morning. Honorable Charge d'Affaires Indonesian Embassy in Manila, Mr. Widya Rahmanto, Ambassador Ina Hagniningtyas Krisnamurthi, Special Advisor to the Indonesian Minister for Foreign Affairs, Honorable Secretary Emmanuel Pino, Chairman of Mindanao Development Authority, Ambassador Benedicto Yujuico, President of PCCI, our distinguished resource speakers, ASEC Romeo Montenegro, Mr. Daniel Espina, and Mr. Gil Dureza, our business partners from Indonesia and the Philippines, ladies and gentlemen. Let me introduce myself. My name is Alicia Fitri Handayani, Vice Consul for Economic Affairs of Indonesian Consulate General in Davao City. I will be moderator for today's program. Our Tanjan Diki Fabrian sending his warmest regard to all of us. He apologized that he couldn't join us today since he is still on the way from Tawi-Tawi to Davao City. He will be joining us on the Creative Economy Forum this Wednesday on 2 p.m. Once again, I would like to welcome everyone to Business and Investment Forum of Indonesia Food, Beverage, and Lifestyle Expo 2021 with the theme of promoting business and investment opportunities in Mindanao to Indonesia. I hope everyone all in a good health and ready to join today's webinar. In today's webinar, we would like to hear more information about the business and investment opportunities in Mindanao, especially in province of Agusan del Norte and Davao region. We would like to know also about what areas that can be offered to Indonesia investors and how government creating policies and giving incentives that could be attractive for the potential investors. We knew Indonesia is still not the biggest investor in the Philippines, but as the missions of Indonesia in the Philippines, we are trying our best to introduce business and investment opportunities in the Philippines to our business sectors in Indonesia. We have data that the 20 Indonesian companies already established in the Philippines since 2006. We hope that the numbers will be increasing, especially in Mindanao. We are lucky today having 3 resource speakers that are capable giving those information needed by our potential Indonesian investors. So before we hear presentations from all of them, I would like to invite Chairman of Mindanao Development Authority, Honorable Secretary Emmanuel Piñol, to deliver his remark. He's sending the video of his remarks. So, Secretary Piñol, the screen is yours.
General of the Republic of Indonesia, DAVAO, led by Consul General Vicky Fabrian, my friend, for organizing this year's Business Investment Forum, Virtual Indonesia, Food, Beverage, and Lifestyle Expo. To our key partners in the government and private sector from Indonesia and Mindanao joining us virtually, a pleasant morning to all of you. Selamat pagi semua. The historical links between the Philippines and Indonesia can be traced back to the 9th century, with both archipelagic countries constantly engaged in commerce and trade. Our constant trading between the two countries resulted in formal bilateral relations and diplomatic ties in 1949, when both Indonesia and Philippines established embassies and consulates in each capital major city. We were also founders of both ASEAN and PIMP-YAGA sub-regional grouping, the latter primarily intended to spur development in the lagging sub-economies of the member countries by boosting trade, tourism, and investments. To emphasize, our 71 years of strong relationship resulted in sustainable trade, investments, and economic linkages propelled by our geographical proximity, historical affinity, and shared culture and heritage with each other, as well as weaving by our mutual objective towards development and prosperity. However, we are currently halted to pursue bilateral undertakings due to the global COVID-19 pandemic since last year, specifically in the context of PIMP-YAGA sub-regional cooperation. I also want to believe that our resilient identity as thriving economies of the region allow us to recalibrate and reinvent our national programs, strategies,